There have been so many twists and turns in the saga about Donald Trump and the alleged Russian influence on the US elections in 2016. The latest, of course, is that Donald Trump Jr., the president's son, met with a Russian attorney who reportedly has ties to the Kremlin. But no matter what happens, one thing has been consistent. Donald Trump, the president, blames all of this on the Democrats and calls it a hoax or fake news. The saga starts in June 2016.
This just into CNN, Russian hackers managed to infiltrate the computer network at the Democratic National Committee.
Trump responds by saying a statement. We believe it was the DNC that did the hacking as a way to distract from the many issues facing their deeply flawed candidate and failed party leader. Too bad the DNC doesn't hack Hillary Clinton's 33,000 missing emails. FBI launches an investigation into this DNC hack. Then Trump holds a news conference and he says,
it's just a total deflection, this whole thing with Russia. Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
And this becomes a big deal because it sounds like Trump is egging Russia to meddle in the US election. But of course later he says he was joking. At the end of the summer in 2016, Trump starts to receive intelligence briefings.
U.S. intelligence and law enforcement agencies reportedly are investigating whether Russia launched a covert operation to disrupt the 2016 election. What do you make of that?
I think it's probably unlikely. I think maybe the Democrats are putting that out. Who knows?
I don't think anybody knows it was Russia that broke into the DNC. She's saying Russia, 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 but maybe it was. I mean, it could be Russia, but it could also be China. It could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds, okay?
In October 2016, U.S. intelligence officials confirmed that Russian government directed the compromise of U.S. political organizations.
She doesn't know if it's the Russians doing the hacking. Maybe there is no hacking, but they always blame Russia. And the reason they blame Russia is because they think they're trying to tarnish me with Russia.
In December, after the election, President Obama orders a review of Russian involvement in the U.S. election.
They have no idea if it's Russia or China or somebody. It could be somebody sitting in a bed someplace. I mean, they have no idea.
So why would the CIA put out the story that the Russians wanted you to win?
Well, I'm not sure they put it out. I think the Democrats are putting it out because they suffered one of the greatest defeats in the history of politics in this country.
You've said repeatedly you don't believe the intelligence community's analysis that the Russians were involved.
But take a look. They're not sure. They're fighting among themselves.
In January 2017, the DNI, FBI, CIA, the NSA, the intelligence agencies, again issue a report. And they say that Vladimir Putin ordered the attempted Russian influence in the US elections in 2016.
As far as hacking, I think it was Russia, but I think we also get hacked by other countries and other people.
And for a moment, it kind of seems like he's acknowledging that the Russians were involved. But then after that, he goes on Twitter and blames Democrats and Republicans for making the whole thing up. About a month into Trump's presidency, National Security Advisor Michael Flynn is fired. He had misled the White House about the nature of his conversations with the Russian ambassador, Sergei Kislyak.
Mike Flynn is a fine person, and I asked for his resignation. He respectfully gave it. And, you can talk all you want about Russia, which was all a, fake news fabricated deal to try and make up for the loss of the Democrat.
Even though Trump fired Flynn, he still calls reports about the firing fake news. In March, then FBI Director James Comey confirms that the FBI is looking into potential collaboration between the Trump campaign and Russians.
The Democrats should never lose the Electoral College. So they made up this Russia thing to try and deflect because they're embarrassed by what happened. The Russia's a phony story. All you see is the Russia story.
President Trump has just fired the embattled FBI Director James Comey.
Wow, what a move by President Trump.
Trump at first says that he was firing Comey because of the way he handled the Clinton email investigation during the 2016 elections. But then later on, he says that he actually fired Comey because of the way he was handling the Russia investigation.
And in fact, when I decided to just do it, I said to myself, I said, this Russia thing with Trump and Russia is a made-up story. It's an excuse by the Democrats for having lost an election that they should have won.
Are you angry with Mr. Comey because of his Russia investigation?
I just want somebody that's competent.
After that, the Department of Justice appoints a special counsel, former FBI Director Robert Mueller, and he is now in charge of the Russia investigation. Now it's July 2017. We know that Donald Trump Jr. met with the Russian attorney a year ago during the campaign. And Trump Jr. himself has confirmed this, and he released emails showing that the meeting happened. No matter what has happened, no matter what new developments have been surfaced, whether it's the FBI Russia investigation or the hacking into the DNC network, one thing has remained consistent. Donald Trump blames Democrats, not the Russians. And sure enough, Trump says regarding the latest news about his son meeting with the Russian attorney is all part of this political witch hunt.